From the day we got off the boat, no coat to pick cotton with merchandise that they stole from us. I want to know, when did you know? When did you know that they knew you know? When did they know you? When did you know them and they knew you and they knew them and you at the same time? When did you know them and they were watching you? Them and you, them and you and them, he, she, him, you, him, them, all of them. When did you know that they were always watching you? Not the true you, the you that you put on the shelf, the display you, like the shoe in the department store, the one that is okay to be trampled and rolled over, not the real you, not the one that you want to protect. When did you know that they knew that your display you was your display you? When did you know they knew that your fake you wasn't your real you? When did you know that your fake you wasn't your real you? When did you know that they knew that your fake you was your real you, or your real you was your fake you? When did you put on the fake shoe in the department store and wear it around like smiles on your faces that are fake, and we know it? When did you know? When did you know that your smiles were fake? When did you know that your shoes were fake? When did you know that your leather was fake? When did you know that your leather, meaning your skin, your leather was fake? When did you know that the white people knew that the black leather was fake? When did you know that they made black leather that was fake? When did you know that they knew that you knew that they knew that you knew that they knew that you knew that they know? When did you know? When did you know? When did you know that the leather that they got for you came off of a cow, and cows eat grass that grows? When did you know? When did you know that you were a cow? When did you know when did you know that you were being harvested? When did you know that you were being herded for their purpose? When did you know that the leather that they use on their handbags and shoes came from you? When did you know that their leather was not you in your soul, you, not you in your skin, you, but you in the air, you in the ether, you? When did you know that they knew that you were in the ether? When did you know that you found out that you had ether in your lungs? When did you use the ether in your lungs? When did you find out that the ether in your lungs could spark bombs across the universe? When did you know that the stars in the sky burn with the ether in your lungs? When did you know that the ether in your lungs came from a God above the stars, beyond the stars, no galaxy, just you? When did you know that they knew that you knew you were a galaxy? When did you know that your galaxy was you? When did you know that the person you're searching for to give your heart to, this heart in your chest for the galaxy and the stars, laid in another? When did you know that that other was you? When did you know that you didn't need another? When did you know that your other lied right here in your side at night? When did you know that Adam was created from Eve's side? When did you know that Eve was created from Adam's side? When did you figure that out? Did you read the Bible? Did you know the Bible says that? Did you know that the Bible knew that you knew? Did you know? Did you know that ain't no holy book can tell you what you know about you? Did you know that you don't have to go to a book to find you? Did you know that there is no book that tells you who you should be? Did you know that they knew that you knew that there was no book for you? Did you know? Because there's no book for me, for you. There's never been a book for me, for you. There's always just been you and me. The ether in our lungs shed space like space outer. And when did you? Now keep it true, 100, because that's the way Nikki was born and love her. See, when did you know that I knew you weren't you? When did you know that I knew I wasn't me? When did you want to tell me that I wasn't me? When did I want to tell you you weren't you? Why are we walking around silent like we don't know is true? Why are you looking in books and statues and papers for you? Why are you looking in mirrors for you? Why are you walking and looking in people for you? All you should be doing is looking at your feet for you. Look at your shoes and you will see you. You will see the you have wrapped around yourself, like clothing, shoes, Nike, Adidas. You will see the things that you have adorned yourself with that are not really you. Take them all off. Be you. Be not the you in the mirror, not the you in the textbooks, not the you in the statues, not the you in the stars, not the you in the galaxy. Be the you that you are. Be you, and I'll be me, and we'll all be free. That's the definition of true freedom, when you know that you are you and I am me, and there is no grief about it. It is you and you and you and you. And when did you know that them and them and them and them and them and them and them weren't you? Now we want to go. Talk about your hat. Talk about that. Talk about your hat.
Ooh. My heart is heavy. Like a block of cement in the pit of my stomach. Chained to the foot of the chair in the kitchen. I am stuck in a rut. And I need to get out. This is awful.
You got it. You got
I
it.
can't. This is hard.
You can do this.
It's Recess Sunday and I'm failing.
You can do this. Come on.
I don't know.
Don't give up. Come on.
Dancing, feeling real good. Just like I should. I don't know. I have this fear about being too early most of the time. So I sit outside by myself and I wait till the time is right. So I'm not late. I'm early. But my early is my time and my time is late. I feel real great when I get in there early, strolling in, only person there. But what kills me the most is passing the time before I get there on time, not on time, but early. I sit and I wait. I can't keep going.
Yes, you can. It's all good.
So I think about everything all at once. Who else is here? Maybe I should leave. Maybe I'm not in the right space. What do I do if nobody shows up? I don't know. Sometimes I like to people watch. Saw this guy in a suit and an afro and I yipped about it. Oh, good. I don't know. Now I'm just talking.
Well, I'm sure all of this is true, so I'm going to try to help you out. When did you discover that ECU was not you? When did you figure out that you didn't belong at ECU, that ECU didn't belong with you? When did you figure out that you were working your fingers, your soul, your heart to the bone for a piece of paper from ECU? When did you figure out that you were paying pieces of paper for a piece of paper? When did you figure out that you were going to class not to earn class, but for your piece of paper? When did you figure out that you weren't learning anything in class anyway? When did you figure out that these people that you're paying to teach you class have no class, just one paper for you at the end of your journey? When did you figure out that you were paying pieces of paper to people who give you a piece of paper with lettering on it that you could have written yourself, gone out and found yourself, gone out and learned yourself? When did you find out that ECU was not yourself? When did you find out that yourself is not defined by your college, your textbooks, your money, your papers? When did you find out that this was not you, that being early, being late to this race was not you? When did you find out that the clock runs early and late for those who are not true to it? When did you find out that ECU has no clock? When did you find out that you could spend 6 years here and they would just charge your clock? When did you know? When did you know that ECU has you under its thumb? When did you know that every college in the world has you under its thumb? When did you know that college in Germany is free? When did you know that college in America costs an arm, a leg, your child, your money, your house, your family? When did you know that none of this is worth anything? When did you know that none of it means anything? When did you know that you were working your ass off, your soul off, your heart off, your friends off, your family off to make one piece of paper, to make more pieces of paper, to pay for that piece of paper that you got in the first place? When did you know that you were making, when did you know, when did you know, when did you know that these pieces of paper that you were using to pay for this piece of paper were just pieces of paper? When did you know that you could go to other parts of the world and their pieces of paper would look different to you? When did you know that pieces of paper in the rest of the world don't mean as much as they do here? When did you know that your family is not a piece of paper? When did you know that you couldn't give your family pieces of paper? When did you know that you couldn't trade your family for pieces of paper, your friends for pieces of paper, your life for pieces of paper? paper. This life is pieces of paper. Don't be focused on the pieces of paper. Be focused on the things that is written on the paper. Be focused on your archaeology, your classical studies, all of these things that exist in the world outside this paper, because at the end of the day, this time is just paper, and you don't need it. You never need it. Paper grows on trees. Paper is trees. Go outside and breathe the paper, breathe the leaves, breathe it all. Breathe the paper, breathe the leaves, breathe it all, because ECU is paper. It is all made of paper. All your bricks, all the paper that you gave for your piece of paper pays for these bricks, pays for the clay. Boil it all down. What does it say? You pay for mud. You pay for mud. You pay for mud to stick together. You pay for food that you really don't want to eat. You pay for bike lanes that no one uses. You pay for bricks made out of mud, made out of clay, made out of earth, made out of God. Trees made out of paper, made out of paper, made out of paper, made out of God, made out of paper, made out of God. When did you know that this came from God? When did you know that college was created by man, not God? When did you know that this piece of paper that you're paying pieces of paper for is only going to matter to the people that you submit a piece of paper to? When did you know? When did you know? When did you know that you had a piece of paper to submit to them? When did you know that all of this means a piece of paper you? When did you know that your piece of paper you was being ripped apart by the day? When did you know that your piece of paper you was made from cotton threads, the same as the pieces of paper you're paying for your piece of paper? When did you know that the atoms that make up your pieces of paper also make up your ribs, your lungs, your stomach, your head, your mind? Does that mean that your mind is pieces of paper? No, it means it is valuable. When did you know? When did you know that your value is not surmised in pieces of paper? When did you know that you are value? When did you know that you are not pieces of paper? You are the same as pieces of paper, but never the same as pieces of paper. When did you know? When did you know that ECU was robbing you? When did you feel robbed by ECU? When did you know that other people at ECU were robbing you? When did you know that your experience at ECU depends on how many people rob you? When did you know that you could go to a dorm room and be robbed of your you? When did you know that your you was being robbed by ECU? When did you know? When did you know that word of mouth was not going to let them take your you? When did you know that this family was not going to let that you be blocked from coming through? When did you know that we have you? When did you know that you have us in every way possible? When did you know that your pieces of paper are what this is for, this family, this love that we engulf you with? When did you know that this place was your place? When did you know that we made a place for you? When did you feel that we made a place for you? Did we mold around you like clay, burn around you like the kiln? What did we do for you? Please tell me that this ECU did more for you than take your pieces of paper and your family too. What did they do? What did we do for you? What did this ECU versus this word of mouth, this people, this family, what did we do for you? Because if we didn't do it for you, ECU will not do it too.